Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel and a get it all done with me and prep with me for the week ahead on a Sunday. I'm also going to be working with Wiser in this video. As you might know, we replaced a lot of the radiators in our house recently and we've just been trying to make it a bit more energy efficient and keep updating it because it is a bit of a do-upper and it's been a labour of love. And Wiser got in touch with us and we had to say yes because we thought that this would be so beneficial. These are our old thermostatic valves that we had on our radiators and we now have these brand new ones which sync with the Wiser system and app so that we can change our heating and update it on the go, at home, on our app. It's absolutely fantastic. We're still in early days and we're getting to know how to use it, but so far it's been amazing. Just opening the app, you can adjust the temperatures. You can also turn everything off all at once. There are schedules, as you can see here, so you can alter the heating throughout the day and you can monitor your energy usage, which is obviously something that we're all thinking about at the moment. We've only just started putting our heating on and the cold snap we've had recently with snow has been a right test in our household, but thankfully we've been able to manage that and keep warm while still making sure it's not too excessive. And I just really love this whole system. We're a family, we all have different needs, and now I can alter the temperatures in our individual rooms. So, speaking of temperature, I was really pleased that when I came down this morning, it was nice and warm already because we were able to set the temperature accordingly now. And the schedule is really useful to be able to turn that up and down without having to go around the whole house and do it manually. So I emptied the dishwasher and fed the pets, and then we got on with our activity advent calendar, which was a North Pole breakfast, which is basically a fancy Christmassy themed breakfast as a treat for the kids. So this is the North Pole breakfast. I assure you that my children don't eat like this every morning, I promise. So they've all got a hot chocolate each. We've got some of the M&S chocolates, Gritty Green. They have marshmallows, one of these little candy cane spoons, and a mini gingerbread man to put with that. Then I used the Just Roll cinnamon swirls, unrolled them and put them into Christmas tree shapes, baked those as normal, and then I added some extra icing sugar to the one that came with the pack. Dyed it green to make it look like Christmas tree. We have some star toppers here, lots of different like sprinkles, and then there's some glittery icing pens if they want to use those too. And that is my first job of the day done. Once they were all finished and I'd had a shower, I cracked on with some laundry because I feel like that's all I ever do in this house. And then I took their clean uniform into their bedrooms and laid it out on their beds just so it was ready for the following day. I set the kids up with a craft activity. Daisy wanted to write her own Christmas book and Stan was going to be the illustrator. So while they were doing that, I did some prep for our dinner later that day. This Sunday was quite a busy one really, and I just had lots I wanted to get done, so I wanted to have something quick and easy to stick in the oven later on. So I made my honey and mustard chicken thighs. I actually have a recipe for this which I will link down below if you would like to recreate it, but it's so easy and so tasty. And I just prepped the chicken and covered that and popped it in the fridge, and then all I needed to do later on was just put that in the oven. I also prepped some root veg, so we have some parsnips and carrots here, and I seasoned them with salt and pepper and then drizzled them in a little oil, and again they were just ready to pop in the oven later on. We also had this with mash, so I'm prepping the potatoes here, and we also had some sprouts and broccoli as well. So once that was done, I cleaned everything up that I'd used and just went about trying to put everything away. I like to tidy as I go because I feel like it makes things less stressful. So I popped everything away. I also tidied this drawer a little bit because it gotten a little bit messy and it didn't take me too long. So once that was done, I wiped everywhere down from all of my cooking prep. I restocked the downstairs loo with some toilet roll, and then I started on the kids' lunch boxes. So they're getting a little festive treat here in the form of these little sausage dog mini rolls from Sainsbury's. They have a fruit snack, fruit pouch, pepperami each. Bill has the bigger one, and then I peel their oranges for them just because I feel like it minimises the amount of time they need to spend doing this and they can go out and play. Plus I know Stan and Daisy can sometimes still find that quite hard. I put a mini cucumber in there as well and stacked those up before I started making their sandwiches. It was nothing too fancy today, just simple and basic because I've not been feeling very well and I just wanted to get this done. So they had a little sandwich roll each and put some cheese on. Stanley just had cheese because that's what he prefers, but Bill and Daisy had ham as well. I sliced these in half and put them in the top layer of their lunchbox, and then followed up with some of these little festive mini cheddars that you can get at the moment. Once they were all finished, I popped the lids on. And then I went and got their lunch bags, which I'd washed on Friday night and left to dry on our radiator, which obviously is now managed by our Wiser app. And I popped all of those into the lunch bags. And then once that was done, I was able to take those through and put them in the fridge to stay nice and fresh. If you don't already make your lunch boxes the day before, definitely start because it's a game changer. Then I made a shopping list to send to Mark because I was going out to take Stan to a birthday party and I wouldn't make the shops before they closed at 4 o'clock because obviously it's Sunday trading hours. So I wrote most of the cards because obviously Stan's still only 4. This was a joint birthday party, but he did sign his name on the bottom and he's doing so well.
Good job.
I can't believe my littlest baby is now able to write his own name. He's flown through the first term of reception and he's really enjoying it. And once they were all sorted, I knew it was time to work on me. As I mentioned, I've not been feeling well recently and I really needed to sort myself out. So fake it until you make it, right?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Once I got home, I had a job on my list that I really wanted to do. Now, Wiser also have these smart plugs where you can attach them to different lights or devices, and then you can operate those from the app as well. I had these cute little lights that I really wanted to add into our utility room to make it feel a little bit more festive, and I could turn them on and off, which was great, and that was so easy to do. Then I remembered that we had the kids' Christmas parties, and they all have to take in a food donation, so I got those ready so I didn't forget. And then I started the job of prepping for the school run. This might seem excessive, but I do this every night. So I lay out their coats, their bags, hats and gloves are essential right now, and then I also pop out their school shoes and any other things they might need like PE kits, and then they're good to go. It also means that in the morning when Wiser kicks in and our heating starts up, everything's nice and toasty and warm, ready to put on. Now, another thing I wanted to mention is that you can sync Wiser with your Alexa assistant or Google Assistant, which is what we have done. We have Google in this house, and I just love the fact that I can ask Google what the temperature is, to turn it up and turn it down. Okay, Google, what's the temperature in the kitchen?
Heating is set to 17.5 degrees, with a current temperature of 17 degrees.
Thanks, Google. We really like smart technology in this house. I'm able to, turn the Christmas lights on just before we get home in the car. So when we get in, it's all nice and cozy and festive. I can turn the outdoor lights on outside, so I don't need to go outside every night and turn them on manually. There's just so much that we're able to do, and I just think it's fantastic. The next thing I did was finally start on dinner. So it was quite easy really because I'd done most of the prep earlier on that day. So I just chopped up some rosemary as a nice garnish, and then this is everything served up. So we've got the mash, the roasted veg, our yummy chicken which self-sauces, it's so nice, and then our green veg and our rosemary, and we all enjoyed that. Mark washed up and went and walked the dog while I cleaned up like the table and dried everything and put it away. I checked the temperature on our mini thermostat because we have 2 radiators in our kitchen space and it helps to sync them. I then went round and did a quick tidy up, fluffed some cushions, made it look nice. It was starting to warm up in here, and one thing that I'd really like to do is add some more smart plugs so I can make use of the moments function on the Wiser app where you can set it to like movie night and it it warms the room up and turns all the lights on. I just think that's so cool. The final few jobs were just to change Daisy's hearing aid batteries, which is just a job that we have to do every few days. And then I went upstairs and made the kids' bedrooms all nice for bedtime. So I pulled down their beds and got everything nice and cozy for them. I popped their pajamas on the radiator to warm up, and then at least when they come out of the shower or the bath later, they won't feel too cold. I'm also able here to use the boost function to warm up the bedrooms a little bit before they come out the shower. So you basically can divert away from your schedule, which is what I'm showing you here, and you can make your boost last for like 30 minutes, which is all we needed. I gave them a quick shower, warmed the towels on the towel hanger here, and then we got them all ready for bed, and they were nice and cozy and warm and in their snuggly pajamas. Then it was time to sort myself out. I just felt so tired by this point, so it was makeup off and pajamas on. And then I also laid my own clothes out for the next day because I just find that it makes it so much easier for me. I came down, quickly checked our calendar for all of the busy Christmas things that are going on this week, checked that we had enough spare change for the Christmas fair, and then I could finally relax in our cozy living room, and that was my day.